sit down.
Item number 1, call to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lau.
Present.
Mr. Griffin.
Present.
Mr. Simrod.
Present.
Dr. Matusik.
Here.
Mrs. Charmison.
Here.
Okay, I'd like to welcome all our guests today. I checked the list over there momentarily, and there was no one signed up. Has anyone contacted you? No one has contacted me either, so we will move on to item number 3 on the agenda. Election and appointment of officers. Reorganization of the board. I will make a motion to nominate Patrick Griffin as president of the upcoming school year.
Second.
Mr. Lau.
Aye.
Mr. Griffin.
Abstain.
Mr. Simrod.
Yes.
Dr. Matusik.
Yes.
Mrs. Charmison.
Yes.
In the second item of business, 3.1.2, and the nomination for vice president, I will nominate Dr. James Matusik to serve as the vice president.
Second.
Mr. Lau.
Aye.
Mr. Griffin.
Yes.
Mr. Simrod.
Yes.
Dr. Matusik.
Abstain.
Mrs. Charmison.
Yes.
And in item 3.1.3, I will take nominations for clerk. This is y'all's chance not to become clerk.
Are you gonna be?
Yeah.
You're gonna be on the board.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll nominate Luke Lau.
Second.
Mr. Lau.
Aye. Oh.
I knew you wanted it. I knew you wanted it.
I meant to say abstain.
Mr. Griffin.
Yes.
Mr. Simrod.
Yes.
Dr. Matusik.
Yes.
Mrs. Charmison.
Yes.
Now you can move.
Now we can play music.
No,
chair.
as president, I want this whole table, so wait.
Get another table.
And a chair that sits just a little higher than everybody.
You have your own computer.
I got my own. I got mine.
Item 4, consent agenda. Do any members have anything they need to have pulled out for further discussion?
I had none.
Done.
Seeing none, I move to approve consent agenda 4.
Second.
Mr. Lau.
Aye.
Mr. Griffin.
Yes.
Mr. Simrod.
Yes.
Dr. Matusik.
Yes.
Mrs. Charmison.
Yes.
Is there new business that the
I don't believe so.
administration did not? No.
I'm just referring to Ray.
Ray, is there any new business?
No, we are good. There's nothing that requires.
Then we're ready for item 6, superintendent report.
Facilities, just 2 things to report. Earlier in the fall, we did the district-wide LED conversion, which was roughly $180,000. We just got our rebate check for that, which was $12,500 from OG&E. So roughly 7% of that project cost came back to us. So, yeah, that was very nice. We paid for that out of general, so that'd be deposited in the general fund. And then the auditorium, all lighting is complete. The programmer got caught up on a job. He was supposed to be here today. He's actually coming in 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. He'll get done what he needs done, and then he is supposed to let Caleb know either they're going to do a training for either like Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning. So as soon as it does, I'll get word out to anybody and everyone that possibly could be running the controls inside the sound booth. So that's all I have on the facilities.
I don't think there were any resignations.
And
Did you have any?
How are things going at the new bus barn?
good.
Not new bus barn.
Yes,
but
the
bus barn.
add-on.
Add-on.
Good. Everything looks good. Mr. Lau and I had a chance to walk through that last week, and that's open if anybody else would like to go through there. They're still shooting for the end of April. Yep.
And you said there were no resignations?
No resignations. I did not
I
receive
didn't-
any.
I
You
don't-
didn't either? Okay. No resignations today.
That's your report?
That is it.
Item 7, with 7.1 being a proposed executive session.
So,
I'm sorry.
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I've sent you guys a resume of who we're gonna recommend. I had put that on there in case we had some other movement and possible assistance. We don't, so this is, if you have questions of sure kind of where we're headed after this, then I would entertain going into executive motion, or executive session, excuse me.
So we have no one to discuss at this?
No, I mean, just the one resume that I sent you. I thought we would have additional and kind of pieces of the puzzle might move around that would cause some of that, but there isn't besides hiring this person, making that recommendation for the head softball coach and language arts teacher.
Okay.
So, but if anybody has any questions beyond that regarding this, then yeah, we're more than welcome to go into executive session.
I'd entertain a motion to enter executive session if anybody on the board so desires. Seeing none, we'll move straight to 7.2. Discussion and possible board action regarding employment of certified staff on a temporary contract for the 2024 and 2025 school year.
So I'd like to recommend, and she's with us today, Geneva Nelson, as our high school softball coach, and she'll be teaching language arts there at the high school as well. So that is my recommendation to the board.
With your recommendation, I move to approve that hire.
Second?
Mr. Lau,
Aye.
Mr. Griffin,
Yes.
Mr. Simrod,
Yes.
Dr. Matusek,
Yes.
Mrs. Charmison.
Yes.
Item 8, I move to adjourn.
Second?
Mr. Griffin,
Yes.
Dr. Matusek,
Yes.
Mr. Simrod,
Yes.
Mr. Lau,
Aye.
Mrs. Charmison.
Yes.